Well, hello all my friends, welcome back. If you are joining us for the first time, hi, my name is T and this is my YouTube channel, Tea and Sewing. Today's video is going to be a little bit different. It's going to be a vlog of some of the things that I have been sewing the last week, and that includes 2 garments from my UFO pile. Yes, you've heard me right. I finally sewed 2 out of 7 things in my UFO pile, so I'm really excited about that. So my goals of completing my UFO projects are coming closer, I'm coming closer to reaching that goal. So I'm really excited about that, and I want to share that with you. I also want to share with you my progress of the McCall's M8247, which is a pattern that I've been flirting with for the last couple of weeks. It's a sweater pattern that came out in McCall's latest fall collection. So I'm really happy about my progress on that. I made 2 final garments of it, and I'm going to be sharing with you the second final garment that I have made, like the process, and give you an idea of how it works and how it goes together, and then also give you some tips on what to look out for if you buy this pattern. But I'm also going to be doing a pattern review of this, so stay tuned for that, and I'll include all that information and more in the pattern review. So I'm going to be sharing with you that as well. And then also lastly, I want to share with you my mock-ups of the Patina blouse. I have been having a little bit trouble with some drag lines and things like that, so if you guys can comment below and let me know what you think the problem is, that would be amazing, super amazing, because I kind of hit a roadblock on this. I have been doing bust adjustments and things like that to the garment, and so I will share with you what the mock-ups look like. And like I said, if you could give me some feedback, that will be really helpful. So with all of that said, let's go ahead and get into this vlog. I hope you all have a wonderful time watching my vlog today. Okay, everyone, so today I want to share with you a few of the things that I have been sewing this past week, and that includes a couple of items from my UFO pile, as well as a few sweaters, and I'm preparing to make a holiday top. So if you tuned into my video about 3 or 4 weeks ago, I talked about the UFOs that I have accumulated over the last couple of years. So in that pile were these 2 items right here. I'm going to go ahead and first start with the Concord Tee by Cashmerette Patterns. And just in case you're not familiar with this top, this is the pattern here. So this is by Cashmerette Patterns, and it's called the Concord Tee. It's available in sizes 0 to 16 and 12 to 32. So this is the top that was in my UFO pile since, I want to say it was around maybe August, or maybe even before that, maybe July. So anyway, I finally completed that, yay. And stay tuned to the end of the video, because I'll put this on and you'll see what it looks like. Now it looks beautiful on the outside, but on the inside, I didn't do any finishings or anything like that. I still have to trim back the seam here, but I was just more concerned with getting it done. Go ahead and watch that video and you'll learn more about this top and why I'm considering donating it. But after sewing it and looking at how well it fits, I think this would definitely be a really nice shirt for wearing around the house, or even to present things in my YouTube videos. So I think this is a really cute top, and I'm leaning towards keeping it. I'm not quite certain yet, but like I said, if you watch that video, you'll learn more about reasons for why I am on the fence about keeping this piece. All right, so next I need to work on this piece here, and this is the McCall's M8044, which is a skirt that has a ruffle on the bottom. Again, watch my UFO video and you'll learn more about why I decided that I was going to donate this. So at the present, I have not done anything. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up these button holes here and then apply the buttons. So I thought that I would just do that on camera, because I haven't done a vlog in a very long time, and I think it would be fun for you all to see how I put this garment together. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and start on that right now. So to open my buttonholes, I usually just use my Clover buttonhole tool, and this just has like a sharp edge at the end, and it's more helpful and you get better results than a seam ripper, in my opinion. When I work with seam rippers, I tend to go too far, and so I like to use this tool here. You can buy it on Amazon. It's about $8. It's not expensive at all. All right, so let's go ahead and open these holes. Okay, so now that I have the buttonholes open, I am going to go ahead and stitch the edge of this here hem so that it doesn't flap around. So I'm going to go ahead and stitch the edge of that on both sides. Okay, so now that I have the buttonholes open and I have this little piece here sewn on, I can apply the buttons. So these are the only buttons that are in my stash that are similar to this dress. So I'm going to go ahead and use these. So I already have the marks on here for the buttons, so that should make it real easy for me. I'm hoping that it's all lined up correctly, but we will see after I sew all this together. So let's put the buttons on. Okay, so I finally have the buttons on and the buttonholes done. Everything is done on this dress now, and now it just needs to go in the wash. I am glad that I was able to finally take care of this. Now that the buttons are on, you can kind of see that shift that I was telling you all about here. And yeah, I think that was because, like I said in the previous video, this is a charmeuse fabric and it just kind of shifted as I was sewing with it. So yeah, that's kind of why the line is wavy here. So yeah, it's all done. I'm going to put it on, show you all what it looks like later, but I'm going to go ahead and throw this in the wash. And while this is in the wash, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to share with you what else I have been working on this week, which is the Patina blouse by Friday Pattern Company. Okay, everyone, so here is the first mock-up that I did with the Patina blouse. I'm going to try not to fiddle too much with it because I don't want the microphone getting any static here. But this was the very first version, and I believe this was the size 14 that I chose. As you can see, it is indeed of need of a bust adjustment. And also I need to go up a size. So down the center front here, this is where the buttons are going to go. And it has facings for the front and the back. So as you can see here, closing this, it's quite snug and tight. And even though I have a t-shirt underneath of it, it fit quite, it's kind of the same even with the t-shirt on. And as you can see here, I have the underarm here, this area here, I seam ripped it and I took out the sleeve so I could add it to the second mock-up. But yeah, it doesn't make much of a difference without the sleeve. It's just it'll be tighter if I were to pull that and add that seam allowance there. But yeah, so that is the first mock-up and it did not work very well. So like I said, that was a size 14, I believe, and it was supposed to be somewhere close to my bust, which is supposed to be, I think, a 41 for the bust. But it does say in the instructions that this is drafted for a B cup. So that could be one of the reasons why it's just not fitting all that accurate on me. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you the second mock-up now. Okay, so here is the second attempt of the Patina blouse by Friday Pattern Company. Now, if I'm not getting the sizes accurately, I'll put that here on the screen so you can see what this size looked like on me. I believe this is either the 16 or the 18. Again, when I go back to my notes, I'll put that on the screen here. Now on this version, you'll see that I didn't add the facings and I also didn't add the collar. I just wanted to see if the bust adjustment that I did, if it worked. So I did a 1.5 inch bust adjustment, and as you can see, I have more room here. Even with the tee on, it's a lot more room here. So I don't really have to worry about that in terms of the room in the bust and the waist area. The pattern comes with this really cute sleeve that has gathering on the shoulder head, which I really like. And again, for the front, you'll have that button front going down the center of the garment. And I really like it, but I do have like some issues here going on over here under the sleeve where there's like too much fabric or something. I'm thinking about pinching that out. So yeah, there is some extra room up in there. I believe that's an indication that the armhole might be a little too long in that area. I'm not sure. But yeah. And then also there are a few drag lines going down. So I was thinking about fixing that. But if I'm going to be sewing this in a rayon or challis fabric, it's going to be drapey, more drapey than this cotton. And so it won't be so stiff. And those lines will actually be, I think, a good feature because it'll show like this really nice drapey look on the garment. So I haven't decided if I'm going to go ahead and switch that or not. I did have to move this bust dart down. It was 1 inch higher, so I moved that down. So yeah, I am really excited about the changes and how it's looking so far. I was thinking about possibly lengthening the garment here a little bit at the waist, just to get rid of some of these drag lines that are going down. I believe that's an indication that the pattern needs more length here. So anyway, that is my progress, and that's what I've been working on this week. I haven't chosen anything yet, but I'm hoping to make a really nice holiday shirt for Thanksgiving. So I need to get on that, and I'm hoping to get that done sometime today or between today and Monday, so I can have a nice little holiday top for Thanksgiving. So that's the first thing that I've been working on other than my UFO projects. Now I'm going to show you the sweaters that I've been working on. I'm also currently working on the McCall's M8247, which is this sweater pattern right here. And you all will be familiar with this because I just featured this on one of my videos just recently. So I'm working on 2 of my final garments for this pattern. This is one of them. So this is the floral navy blue print that I featured in my pattern and fabric haul video. And I really like this fabric. It's a Hakchi. And it's very, very soft on the outside. I really love it. So far, I have the side seams and the shoulder seams in. I have the neck binding on and the placements for the buttons that goes on the center front of the garment. I went ahead and I sewed the seam in the sleeve, and this pattern calls for a band at the end of the sleeve. So that's this view here, which is view A, and it has a little band on the end of the sleeve. So I went ahead and I did all that, and it's all nice and finished on the inside. And so at this point, I'm at the point where I need to attach the sleeves to the garment, put the buttons on and the buttonholes, and I will hem the garment after I put the band around the neckline. So the way in which this hem is going to go, after I hem the band, or after I sew the band onto the sweater, the bottom of this hem here gets turned under like that, and you just stitch it. It's just a really simple, nice finishing, and I really like that. And the pattern does a good job at placing all the symbols and the notches on the pattern. So as you can see here, I have a little notch, and so you know where to end your little band here. It's a really nice pattern, and like I said, this is the second version of my final version. You'll see both versions coming up pretty soon on the channel because I will be doing a pattern review of this, so stay tuned for the pattern review. I will tell you before I do the pattern review, I will include this bit of information in the pattern review as well, but the band is a little bit on the short side. For this version here, I extended the band by 2 inches just because I wasn't able to get enough stretch around the neckline like I wanted to without having like those gathers that form. If you stretch your neckband too much, you know you get a lot of gathers if you stretch your neckband too much. And so I decided to go ahead and extend that by 2 inches. In addition to that, I also put the stabilizer for the buttonholes just where the buttonholes would go, instead of stabilizing the entire neckline. I did that with a previous version, and I had to rip the stabilizer off because I wasn't able to stretch the band. Now, even though I used a knit stabilizer, it would not give. You definitely have to have quite a bit of stretch in your fabric. Make sure you get a fabric that has quite a bit of stretch, but I'll talk about all of that in my upcoming pattern review video. I just wanted to go ahead and show you all what I've been working on. And if you've been following me on Instagram, you've probably already seen my progress on some of this. I didn't post this last week, but I was posting my progress on making this a couple weeks ago, and I decided not to share anymore because I didn't want to bore you all. But yeah, this is what it's looking like so far. And like I said, I'm going to go ahead and put these sleeves on, and I think it's going to be a nice little sweater. Now, I chose the version that have the gathering at the sleeve head. I have gathering at the sleeve head here, and I really like this. Like I said, this is my second version. I really like the first version that I made, the completed final version of the first version. I really like that one, and I think this one's coming along pretty well as well. So yeah, that's my progress on that. So that does it for today's video, my friends. I hope you enjoyed today's vlog. If you did, please make sure that you give this video a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please make sure that you subscribe to the channel. And don't forget to turn on the notifications so that you can receive notifications of all my videos when I post them. I hope you all have a happy and blessed Saturday. Until next time, stay creative. Bye.